Hey guys, so welcome to this video where I'm going to be comparing a Logitech G402, which is my favourite mouse, go buy it today, a G502, which is that one there, which is I think top of the range, it's the Hero one, this one here, which is a Microsoft cheapo basic mouse, a wireless one, and this one here, which is the M100. This is Logitech's cheapest mouse, it's wired, very basic. Just left, right, and scroll. And also, so back in 2011, I got a 2010 Mac Pro, and at the time, I think I was using the M500, the Logitech one, which is the next one up from this one. And that has a horizontal left and right scrolling. So you can go left and right. Ideal if you do a lot of video editing. But after, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, the buttons on the mice tend to get a bit crappy, for want of a better word, so you just end up getting a new one. So for some reason, I decided to get this one, the M100, but it's really basic, but it's, you know, if you just need a simple mouse, then this is for you, really. I think it's about 10 quid. And you get a good name like Logitech. So this one here I use for an Android system. This is actually I do like this mouse. It's nice and compact. It's kind of a comfortable, you know, it's nice and comfortable in comparison to something like a big old bastard like this one. But unfortunately, with my 2010 Mac Pro, this does not work with the Bluetooth for some reason. So it's a bit useless. I just use it, I guess, if I'm traveling and using my laptop. So fast forward to 2018, late 2018, I saw MKBD office tour where he had the MX Master 2S. So actually this video, I'm going to be talking about the MX Master 2S and comparing that with this. I've recently sold that on eBay. So basically what happened was, because the Bluetooth doesn't work with my 2010 Mac Pro, I had to use the 2.4 gigahertz little dongle receiver thing, which I plugged into my Mac Pro. After about 2 or 3 months, the mouse cursor became jittery. I think there's a video I've got which I'll show now. And I basically contacted Logitech support, who said I had to contact Amazon for a return. This was after about 3 months, but I just figured, you know, I have to post it back to Amazon. I might as well just stick it on eBay, and, you know, I expect most people have Bluetooth, so it probably would have worked fine. That mouse, you cannot use wired, sorry. It has a charging USB charging cable, the same as on like a mobile phone or something like a Microsoft Xbox controller like that. So you cannot use it wired. You can use it while it's charging, so you can just keep it connected and you always have power. But yeah, it just wasn't very good, so I posted that back. So the MX Master 2S, it has, what I liked about it was had a side scrolling nipple thing going on there, so you could do really nice horizontal scrolling. So it's basically like a nice smooth thing like that. Probably, I mean, it's probably about that big. It's probably a third smaller than that one, but it's on the side, so if you're video editing, you can go left and right quite easily. But it has a small, because it's not, you know, a big old wheel like this, you have to kind of do that quite a lot. So it's not, you know, it's not the best implementation of horizontal scrolling. So moving on to, so after getting the MX Master 2S, after getting rid of that, I got the G402, which is this mouse here, which I'm currently got plugged into my Mac Pro 2010. It's wired, so you get no bullshit wireless connections. So this mouse is my favourite mouse because it's fair. It's just about it's possibly could be a little bit smaller. So I actually have 7 inches from this. So you measure from here to here. This is 7 inches on my hand, and it just about fits. This one here, I would say, is slightly too big. I do find myself, obviously this is over the top, but you kind of like back at the rear end and you're sort of pushing it like this sort of thing. So with this, the G402, you've got your scroll wheel. You cannot control it, you cannot do the free scrolling like this one. So if you press this, you've got free scrolling where it just goes on and on and on. You press that, puts the brakes on, and then you've got the clicky sound, which sounds like that. So that's when it's clicking, and this is when it's free scrolling. So there we go. So and also you've got obviously left and right, like I just said. So with Logitech mouses, if you're looking at pictures of them and they've got left and right there, then they've got horizontal scrolling. So the G402 does not have that, which isn't a problem because I don't really use the free scrolling. You've got just a regular, and this is scrolling sound on the G502. It's louder. This does feel a little bit like looser sort of thing. Kind of, it feels like a pound coin in there. It actually looks like an old school pound coin. It looks a bit bigger, but the weight of that, it does feel like a heavy old coin in there. So you've got these buttons here, these two buttons. You've got that and back, and these two buttons here as well, and that's it. So what you do is you use the Logitech software and you can program these buttons for certain actions. For me, this button here also you can click. So I've set that to application windows. I've set this for shift, and what that does, this is the top tip of the week, guys. If you hold that down, so I've set that to shift, and that's shift. And within Mac, if you hold down the shift key and scroll up and down, that activates horizontal scrolling. So if you hold that down, and then if you do that, you're actually going left and right. So if I do that, I'm going left. If I do that, I'm going right. So that is a workaround if you haven't got horizontal scrolling, and this works excellently well. So if you're in Final Cut Pro 10 or Adobe Premiere or other editing software, you know, you're clicking around or whatever, and then, oh, I want to go left, I want to go right, left, right, left, right. It works really, really well. Also this I've got as back button, front. I don't really use the front that much, back is often used. And this is expose or mission control, so this shows all windows. Click application windows. So this is an excellent mouse for Mac if you are looking for a new mouse. The G502, the difference is this one has a kind of like a shoelace cable. This one has a regular rubber one. I prefer this one here. It doesn't make a huge difference really. I suppose this one you're not going to get any knots or anything in it. So this one obviously stops that. You've got that which I've set as application windows. You've got the same buttons there. You've got back and forward. You've got that button there, and that's it on this one. You've also got the ability to adjust the weight of it. So it comes with this thing here. With this, it just pops open. It's like a magnetic thing. It doesn't really need any issues. I have put some weights in there. Do be aware that these absolutely stink. As soon as you touch them, your hands will smell of dirty metal. So yeah, I didn't really notice much difference with the weights on. I found myself sort of towards the back of the mouse, pushing it, and I'm not sure it's the best place for my hands, sort of thing. So with the G402, it comes with an LED light, which I'm going to adjust now. So I've put the brightness up to full. As you can see, it's full. You've also got the DPI lighting on the side, which is a bit, it's all a bit pointless really. That's all the way down on the brightness, but I tend to have it on sort of like 3 notches, so you've got a slight glow on there, which you might be able to see there, slight glow. It's fairly straightforward. I'm now going to show you the Logitech software running on a Mac. This is on El Capitan, which is about I think it's like 2 or 3 minuses. It's 2 or 3 older system softwares or whatever. So you click on the mouse there, and you can customize the keys. So you got app. So what I've done here is, if you want horizontal scrolling, you go to keystroke and you select shift. So I'll show it here. All you do is select, click inside, you hit the shift key, shift is activated, and there you go. So that's these two I've set shift. I don't really use that button, I use that one. And this one's application windows, mission control, right. So if you want to go back on here, you go click on edit, keystroke, you press the command key plus the backstroke button, which is the keyboard shortcut for going back, and likewise for going forward is that one there. You've got the DPI settings. I've set this to 1200. I'm not 100% sure how all this stuff works, but I've set this to 1200 and the tracking speed to the maximum. You know, I could be wrong on that, who knows. So it's got onboard memory as well, so it does actually save your settings. So you can, I guess if you go to a new computer, it will just remember all your settings. So you've got your brightness controls here, like I showed you earlier. You've got full brightness there. You can breathing effect, so it can actually pulsate. So yeah, I guess that's important to someone. Get a nice robotics. I don't know what all this stuff does. So I'm just going to quit now. So there we go. I hope that's helped someone. For me, the G402 is probably the best mouse I've used. I think it could be a little bit smaller, but overall it's a very nice mouse to use and good for editing.